Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hooper Reflections, a part of the Hoop Jack podcast series. I am your host, Christopher Armistead, and we are going to have a very special guest today from Miss Cameron Swartz, who was at Boston College but is now at Georgia Tech. I'm going to invite her. When I had her on the last time, she was a great interviewee. Great. Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's great to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
So you're now heading to back home to Georgia Tech. What's that feeling like, heading back home after finishing off your senior year? Because you're in your grad year, right?
Yes, I'm doing my 5th year right now.
So what was it? What was the decision process to kind of head back home to Georgia Tech?
Well, I've kind of been I went to Colorado and Boston, been far from home for a while now, and I'm a big family person. Have a lot of family here, and so just my parents have put a lot of time into traveling to games when they can, North Carolina and stuff. So I think that having an opportunity to be able to play right down the street and for all my family to come was just something I didn't want to pass up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think taking advantage of the fact that being close to home and more of your family can actually come and see you play, whether you're at home or even close by. I know Georgia Tech has some games where it's not too far of a distance from home, so that's nice to have. And the last time we talked, I believe the season was either on the verge of starting, or you were kind of it was like a couple of games in. But you guys had a great year at Boston College. I might add, you all ACC first team and ACC most MIP most improved player of the year. What was it? And I watched a couple of your games. You were great shooting, great passing, just all around leader on that team. What was the feeling like in that season for you? Your last year at Boston College. What was that feeling like, getting recognized for all your hard work?
It's always a good feeling whenever you have a good season. We had a good season as a team too, 20 plus games won, which is always a good season. Unfortunately, didn't make it to the NCAAs, but made it to Sweet 16 and the WNIT. So that was a pretty good season, I think, for us and farthest we've done. But I think that just coming off a big season personally, it's kind of like an eye-opening. Just being able to understand like what my game is capable of and for my future, and knowing I can be pro, I can be a draft pick and everything, and just having my family be able to watch those games was pretty big, because I know a couple of my big games, important games, they were able to make it. So
and like you were talking about, you guys had a great year, 21-12 for the year, and unfortunately we're knocked out by Florida State in the tournament, in the ACC tournament. Close game, 58-63. And then, like you said, you guys made the NIT, won the first two rounds, and then lost to Columbia by 3 points. What was that feeling like, though, getting far into the NIT? You guys had a good run, and then Columbia was just short. What was that feeling like, having that amazing run?
it was a good feeling. It was a big game. Unfortunately, when a game doesn't come out the way you want it to, and especially if it's a close one, I feel like it definitely hurts more when you don't have the opportunity. And we had that opportunity to break a record at BC with the farthest we've been, and we not making it past the Sweet 16 in a long time. So it's definitely hurts harder, especially knowing that that's your last year with the team and the 5 seniors that I played with, and last year playing with them and being with them since freshman year. So it's was hard, but I think it really showed how much the seniors and the team have put towards Boston College and making the program and helping with making the status and everything, and showing that we're not just some smaller school in ACC, we're up there. So I think that was a big part, but unfortunately when it doesn't come out as a win, it is definitely hurts. But
I can tell that, you guys have put in a lot of effort. You guys made a great run, and it hurts to kind of lose that momentum going in. But like you said, you guys improved on a program, made Boston College notable with your run, with the run that you guys had, the season that you guys had, and it's only going to grow. And now you're taking your time. It's going. You're still staying in the ACC with Georgia Tech. Um, but what's kind of were you in a lot of contact with head coach Nell? I hope I'm saying this right. Nell Fortner. Were
Hmm.
you in a lot of contact with her as far as I want to come home to Georgia Tech?
Whenever I go into the recruiting process, I'm very open to everything. I don't see start with any school has an advantage or not. I like to hear what every coach says, the team, and then my dad and my uncle did a lot of just breaking down the statistics with what position, how I'd play a role, and everything. So that was very helpful. But there was down to a few schools, and I really wanted to come home. I think, and I think it was kind of just an eye-opening moment where I have the opportunity to. I know Coach Fortner has said she's been waiting for me to get into the transfer portal for the past 2 years, so she was definitely very excited and one of the first colleges to reach out to me. So I think that said a lot, but I think
She she was ready for you to come back to Georgia Tech.
yeah, so that home advantage, and just wondering why I didn't like go to a Georgia school in the first place was so she was like has this advantage. So she got
Right.
me very excited. So and so
That's that's good to hear that you now have a good have a good rapport with her, and hopefully you guys can come out and with the Yellow Jackets. We can see what you guys do this year, and being your last year. And like you said, um, is when looking forward to. I know we have a while before the season ends, but looking forward to after once postseason hits. Have you looked at the opportunity, like you said, to play in the WNBA or even overseas? Has that been kind of some of the possibilities for you?
yes, I definitely want to go overseas. I think that is a good fit for me, but if I have the opportunity to go to WNBA, that's not something I'm just gonna say no to.
No.
Uh, Especially after the season I'm coming off of. I also am also considering doing another year if I get it approved, just as a cushion and consideration of how I feel after the season and everything. But I definitely want to go pro, and I feel like coming off the year I came off of and what I'm expecting this year, I feel like the WNBA is an option, and then I'd love to go overseas and travel, see the world. So.
That's good. With the season that you had, and kind of still being at Boston College and now going to Georgia Tech, have you looked at the possibility of with capitalizing on any NIL business opportunities? Reaching out to brands, anything like that.
I've been able to do a few NIL smaller deals, but I know coming home was kind of a bigger deal, and I think that was something. I think it's going to open up more opportunities for NIL deals, especially since it's been put out there a little bit since I've come home and the newspaper and things like that. So I definitely want to focus this year, especially taking a lighter class load, maybe getting those deals, reaching out to different companies and everything. But we'll see what happens.
And last question is, what would be some of the goals that you would want to have this year, playing for your first time with a new team? Even though you're in the same conference, you're not competition wise. You've kind of seen the level of where everything's at, but being able to try on a new uniform with a new team and a new kind of coaching system, what are some of the goals that you would want to have for this year?
Um, Something that's always like what I want to do is I want to make it to the tournament. That's something, unfortunately, with all the accomplishments and everything and the good seasons we have, never been there. So I really want to make it to the tournament. I really believe that this team can do that, especially with the past, how much they've done that. And I set a lot of personal goals, just like consistency, coming off a good year, and just keeping that same mindset with my confidence and everything, and just contributing to the team the best I can and learning the offense and defense, the best I can, and just contributing what they need and what they wanted me for. So, and then personal goals, definitely of postseason, working hard, and just definitely getting better and everything to make it to the pros.
Okay. Well, Cameron, it was great catching up with you. I look forward to seeing how you do with Georgia Tech. Hopefully, I can try to get out to a game when I can. If you guys, once your schedule comes out, if you guys play close in the Virginia area, I'm definitely gonna try to come out. But great catching up with you. I look forward to seeing your career keep growing and hopefully to stay in touch.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one.
You too.